In Europe, a woman was near death from a special kind of cancer. There was one drug that the doctors thought might save her. It was a form of radium that a druggist in the same town had recently discovered. The drug was expensive to make, but the druggist was charging 10 times the amount the drug had cost him to make. He paid $200 for the radium and charged $2,000 for a small dose of the drug. The sick woman's husband, Heinz, went to everyone he knew to borrow money, but he could only get together about $1,000, which was half of what it would cost. He told the druggist that his wife was dying and asked him to sell it cheaper or let him pay later. The druggist said, "No, I discovered the drug and I'm going to make money from it." So Heinz got desperate, and he broke into the man's store to steal the drug for his wife. We asked our participants, should Heinz steal the drug? Why? Is there a good reason for a husband to steal if he doesn't love his wife? Would it be as right to steal for a stranger as to steal for his wife? What is the responsibility of the judge to society in this case? All right, so do you think that he should have taken the medicine for his wife or not?
Um, well, I think yes, personally, because like I feel like like love is more important than like getting in trouble with the law, I suppose. Because I don't know, if it's your wife that's dying, like imagine you in that situation. Like if imagine like if you were the husband, right?
Interesting.
And your wife was dying, what would you do? Like I know I would try to do everything I could to save the wife. So if that meant stealing a drug, I would do that.
Very interesting. Thank you for your input.
Andrew Burke, and I am 50.
All right, do you think that Heinz should steal the drug for his wife?
I think that Heinz should exhaust every possible avenue to find a way to get the money in order to buy the drug for his wife. But if he exhausts all those avenues and cannot find a way to get the money, and there is an opportunity to steal the drug, I think he should steal the drug. Because at the end of the day, your wife needs the drug to live. And unfortunately, the morality of the store owner is actually being reflected poorly, or making the person, Hans, making him actually go steal the drug, which is unfortunate. But I think if it was me, again, I would do everything I could, not just only go to other friends to raise money, but actually go to government officials to try to get them to make him give me the drug at cost, which is much less than, or is underneath $1,000 that I have. But if all those things get exhausted and I can't find a way to do it, then I would steal it.
And would the situation change if it was a stranger that you had to steal the drug for? Instead of someone you're personally related to, such as a wife?
It shouldn't. And so I would hopefully say no to that.
So please begin by stating your name and age to the camera.
My name is Robin Dustin, and I am 56 years old.
So after hearing the story, what is your opinion? What do you think? Do you think Heinz should steal the drug? Or do you think it was right or wrong? What do you believe?
I think it was wrong that he stole the drug.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And why is that?
Because stealing is wrong.
Can you elaborate on that? Like, why do you think, even if it's for his wife, because otherwise she'll die if he doesn't steal the drug?
Well, I mean, he could also take half and leave the $1,000.
I think it's more of a sense that half the drug wouldn't do. Like, he needs the entire drug to solve her cancer.
He could leave the $1,000. He could leave a note and say, "I will repay the balance of the $1,000, the second $1,000 in full," and have it signed by him and dated. And he leaves the note with the $1,000 and takes takes the drug.
That's an interesting response. I feel that it's a greedy, the guy who makes the cure is greedy and he wouldn't allow that, so he would still want Heinz to get arrested. So I don't know, like, okay, how would you feel if it was for someone that he didn't love? Would you still say the same thing, or?
Yeah, I think so, because then everybody's satisfied because he gets the full payment for his drug, even though it's in the form of a loan, because he's writing the balance, gives him $1,000 up front, and the balance is to be paid. He may end up benefiting. Maybe he pays him interest on that extra $1,000, so he ends up coming out ahead.
I don't know if that'll happen, but last question: what do you think? Do you think it'd be right for him to go to jail? Like, how do you think the judge should go about?
Yes, he
his
should
case?
go to jail if he steals.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's gonna pay him back?
Well, his wife will be alive if she gets the drug, and so he'll be able to visit his wife when he gets out of jail.
Okay, I think that is everything. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So can you begin by saying your name and age to the camera?
I'm Brooks Gregory. I'm 16.
So I just read you the story, so please tell me what your opinion on Heinz Loma is.
My first inclination is to say that he shouldn't have stolen, even though it is a drug dealer. Specifically for 2 reasons. First off, it is just morally incorrect to steal, pretty much under any circumstance.
I understand.
And he's not thinking through what's going to happen when the drug dealer realizes that he had stolen these very expensive drugs.
Okay, so you're considering that like something could happen, like while he's stealing it, like he could get in trouble, like he could get caught and
During,
attacked.
after, it's not a safe scenario.
And you still keep this opinion, like whether or not his wife's gonna die because of the fact?
I have a feeling that if he takes the drugs and the drug dealer finds out, she's going to die anyways.
That's interesting. Okay. Alright, well, I think that answers my question. Other than that, do you think it'd be right for him to go to jail?
For stealing? Yeah.
But for this circumstance?
Still.
Okay. All right,
If he
thank you.
steals, he steals. If he thinks it's worth it, that's good for him.
Alright, thank you very much.